here to let people know that it's important to donate. I mean, I wouldn't be here raising my kids and helping them get through life, becoming the men that they need to be as they grow up. It was back in 2003. I had just given birth to my second son, and everything was going wonderful and great. It was the day that I was supposed to be released from the hospital, and I took a wonderful hot shower, and I started to feel really dizzy. And so I asked my husband to help me back to the bed. And as we were laying there and waiting for a nurse to come in and help me out, we just noticed that my heart kept beating a little bit faster and a little bit faster. And we were noticing that you could actually see my heart beating out of my chest. But I really didn't feel bad, so I really didn't panic. So we continued to call the nurses, but it was shift change. And we didn't panic because I didn't feel bad. But it was getting faster, and my heart was getting, further and further out of my chest. As we were laying there, we finally figured out that I had cardiac myopathy. And what had happened is I had caught a virus while I was pregnant with my son, and my heart had enlarged, but it wasn't going back down. They then put me back down in the maternity ward, which was very kind to the hospital. That way I could be with my son. I then was released and put in another hospital to get a defibrillator before I got to go home. And I did really, really good for about 3 years. We later on moved to Austin, which we found out was a blessing in disguise for us. That in October of 2005, I ended up feeling like I had the flu. As I was feeling bad, I couldn't knock the flu. And in February of 2006, I ended up having a heart attack. We got to the hospital, they put 2 stents in, and for the very first time, my defibrillator had misread my heart, and I've got the shock of a life. Well, we went in to go check to get a new defibrillator, and the doctor is like, I don't want you here. I want you to immediately go to the hospital. I want you in ICU. You've got 15 pounds of fluid around your heart, and we need to get that off. So we went directly into the hospital. About 8 hours later, I flatlined. And for me, I woke up in another hospital after that with a heart machine on called a VAD, and they were telling me I had 30 days to live without a heart transplant. Then my doctor left and I broke down in tears. But then God just really worked a lot of miracles in my life, because within those 30 days, I was put on the transplant list. I received a heart, and I got to leave the hospital. And I made my 30 days. And so I'm out living my life, raising my kids, having a wonderful time. I had ended up with a 13-year-old boy's heart, and I've decided to live my life like a 13-year-old boy would. I snow ski, I water ski, I go out and play football with my kids and baseball, because that's what any other boy would do. All I said in my letter was, thank you so much. I am sorry for the loss of your son, because I can only imagine what that would feel like, of losing one of my sons. But I just wanted to let their family know that he would continue to live. I never had that feeling that this was the end, that it was all over, but I think it's the shock when you wake up, you're alive, I can continue on with my life. How soon can I get out of here? I've been in the hospital for a month and a half. It's time to get out in life. But when you get home, then life hits, going, oh my goodness, I need to protect myself. How can I maybe not get too active, because you don't want to hurt that organ that you get inside you. You want to treasure it, and it's a precious gift that was given to you, and you want to honor it and treasure it. But then you realize the best way is to go live a full and glorious life is the best way that you honor that gift that was given to you.